lie, I think my biggest fear, my like literally biggest fear is anybody I went to school with, like, stumbling up on my TikTok. This is going to be episode 4 of our Adulteen Series, and today on this episode we are going to be talking about 9 to 5s, working, everything of the sort. Whether you are working a fast food 9 to 5, warehouse 9 to 5, management 9 to 5, corporate, whatever you're working, as long as you're working and doing something, you're doing just fine. I not only have a 9 to 5, but I have a 5 to 9. I am a manager at a restaurant, and I'm also a business owner for a small business. Working a 9 to 5, one thing about it, I don't know why other people genuinely don't like it. I don't have a problem with working a 9 to 5 because, first off, I feel like since I really don't have much human interaction that much these days, especially since I'm trying to find my way back to like doing a bunch of stuff like church and fellowship, but for the most part I don't really have that much human interaction. So for me, that's kind of my time to interact with humans and give people a good customer service experience, because personally I like interacting with people. I have my moments where I'm like antisocial, but for the most part I genuinely do like interacting with the human population. So, and then being in a position of management, it helps me to create a really good environment and a positive environment. Because one thing I'm definitely a firm believer in, possess the power to change your environment. You can change you ever seen like somebody walk into a room and they can make everybody's face turn up? But I'm telling you guys, you can be that person where when you walk in, everybody's gonna have a good time. They know they're gonna have a good time. So it's good to be a person like that. It's good to build that rapport, not even that rapport, but just, connections, human connections. I feel like that's what we were made for, human connection. That's what we were literally created for. So I always tell people, I don't have a problem with it, and I get paid good. So I don't care whether it's 9 to 5, 5 to 9, I'm working both, because first off, I'm not overworking myself. I have my balance. I have I'm happy where I'm at right now. So I don't see a problem with working a 9 to 5. I feel like if you're just sitting at home not doing nothing, now that's a problem, because I'm sorry, at our big grown age, I'm 22 years old. When I tell you, anytime that being an adult, like when I tell you, they say money cannot buy happiness, yes it can. I don't know who made that up, but no, because when I don't have money, I get money depressed. When my money is looking funny, ain't nothing funny. I promise you it ain't. Let it look funny. Nothing is funny. I'm not having no good time. It's really true. So I just don't understand, like, if my finances are not right, I'm not right. no, because to be able to be self-sufficient and sustain yourself, and also having that freedom to go and do things as you please with friends, with whoever, and not having to worry about that or having an extra crutch when things go bad with responsibilities, your phone break, car break, tire, something, anything could happen, anything. When I tell you, and not having an income, no bueno, muy malo, okay? Not good at all. Adults, but it's like, I understand, and my heart goes out to people right now that have been applying, because when I tell you, that was once me, applying to hundreds of jobs, Target. Like, do y'all not hire nobody? Like, I'm very confused. Don't get me started on there. But now we boycotting them, I guess. So, hey. But some of these places, you would think that it's just dummy applications, because these places be acting like they ain't hiring. So I understand they in the age that we live in right now. Like, when I tell you, the economy is bad when you got even the worst workers actually coming to work. Because the economy, that's how bad it is. But hey, people gotta do what they gotta do for that bag. You gotta work. That's just what it is. To get the things that you want in life, you have to work for them. It just is what it is. Do I think that we were created to work 9 to 5s? No. Do I feel like we were created to work for the things that we have and work to build and live a comfortable life? Absolutely. But this 9 to 5, 5 days a week, it's the biggest scam on earth, if you ask me. It's a scam that we're partaking in. It's the only scam that I'm partaking in, because he not gonna make no example out of me. Let me get to really scamming. Not doing it. The biggest thing I can always tell people is there are options out here if you don't want to work a 9 to 5. There's a couple options out here for you. There's a couple options that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to list if you are interested in finding out something that you want to do. because there's options out here for you. There's trade schools, and with trade school, you don't necessarily have to go to an actual trade school. You can go to a community college where it's cheaper. Right now, I know the times we're living in and the bills and things that are getting passed, it's a little rough, it's a little tough. I know, okay? So, tread lightly, really be sure about what you want to do. Go from there, create a plan, go from there. So there are trade schools, and there's different trades that you can do. You can do something engineer based, you can do something construction worker based. You can also do something more hands-on. If you like people, if you are more into the nursing field, you can be a sonographer. There's actual nursing. You can be a phlebotomist, a medical assistant. You can also be a freaking CNA. You can do so much if you're into the whole medical field thing. I think I'm a little too squeamish for blood, so no. Also, there's cosmetology. There's different things that have to do with cosmetics. You can go full on esthetician if you are into Botox, if that is you, if you want to do that, and you want to do, all the stuff working with the instruments. If you want to do that, go ahead. You can also get certifications and things too. Don't sleep on those certifications. Like, you can get a certification for a lot of things. Medical, billing, coding. You can get certifications. There's some stuff out here for you. If you want to go back and get your 2-year, your associates, you can just go back and just get a plain associates. If you don't know what exactly you want to do, just to have an associate's under your belt. If you just want to do schooling for fun for those 2 years. I always tell people, before you want to go and ship out to a full-on 4-year HBCU college and all this extra stuff, look local first. Look local. Look for the scholarships. Look for the grants. Look for community college. Like, start small and then maybe finish out your last 2 years big. But I'll never tell anybody exactly what to do if that's what they want to do. But if you want to be cost-friendly, you got to do what you got to do. If you feel like you want to you want to work and you want to go to school for something, there's night school, there's night classes. You just have to be dedicated enough to want it and to be able to leave your 9 to 5 and then clock in for that 5 to 9. Because believe it or not, if you go to school and you work a 9 to 5 and a 5 to 9, and it takes when I tell you the strength that it takes to go to school 5 days a week and actually work a job. When I tell you, it takes real strength. And when I tell you, it makes it all the more sweeter, the hard work that you put in to accomplish what you do and what you are going to be trying to accomplish. It makes it all the more sweeter when you get it done, because the hard work and the effort that you put in, it makes it all the more sweeter. I promise you. There are other unconditional ways that, I don't know, given the climate, I'm over here just like, Lord, I don't know, maybe it's a good reason you kept my back big and I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do last year, because I planned on joining the Air Force last year, but I just never went to actually see my recruiter in person, just because I know for a fact I'm not meeting that high weight requirement, just be honest. So with me knowing that, I just was like, I'm not wasting that recruiter time going up in there. But now they might need all the help they can get. We don't know what's going on. We gonna see though. So personally, with that, I'm very glad that I didn't, because I would be, with everything going on in the news right now, everything going on, I'll be sleeping with one eye open. And then it's a sketchy area kind of sometimes in some certain bases for women anyways. But if you are interested, you got Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. I don't know if they necessarily accept women, but it's an option. It's an option. You also have, I don't know, because I did just see it get dismantled, but you do have something called Job Corps, where you go, it's like a placement, but if I'm not mistaken, with something that a certain someone has been doing, don't even think that's an option right now or anymore, sadly. Being a business owner, or if you know that you want to go full in, and you want to start a business, whether it be a bakery, whether it be a cosmetology, aesthetics, med spa, anything that holistic stuff, whatever you are into, if you want to start a business, the one thing that I will tell people, if you are out here trying to start a business, do a business management course, do something, and truly learn how to interact with customers and with your employees. Learn how to give a good employee and guest experience. Like, you have to learn etiquette, learn proper etiquette on dealing with people and how to handle conflict before you do that. So, have all your P's and Q's and T's crossed and everything before you do any of that. Because I'm a business owner, and when I tell you, my cosmetology school, we had books and we had courses on how to handle things and guest management. We had those things. And also the jobs that I was working when I was after school and I was applying to and that I was at, I learned over time too. It was, you learn most of the times on the job exactly what you're doing and getting into it. And, that's the perfect time to learn, especially when you're on the job and taking it serious. One thing I always tell people is when I'm at jobs, every single job that I work, I like to at least try to learn something that I can take from there, something good, like a good trait or a good habit that can help me to learn how to do better or learn something better, or pick something up faster. I always try to learn a positive trait from that job. Even if I leave on a bad note, I always try to take some positives with me. Like, it's very important that you do that, because with every experience, you have to learn something, If you don't learn and you keep experiencing something, and you don't learn, and you find out that you're in a pattern and you keep experiencing it, it's something there. It's something there. It's something there for you to learn, and you need to catch on to it. But I always, like, right now, just being in this day and age, just being able to be fortunate and blessed enough to even just have a job, work a job, is definitely, it's a huge blessing. And I'm learning right now, being in this new management position for me, being a full-blown manager and getting to hire people on and, do a lot of more new things that I've never really necessarily had that much experience in, but I'm learning. It's something so beautiful in that to me, because it's just like, I'm excited just because I don't care if I'm just managing a restaurant or just managing a part of a restaurant. It doesn't matter to me that that's my position. What can I do with this position is how I'm thinking. Like, how can I make the workplace better? How can I make the dynamic of my team better? Who can I bring onto this team that will make this team thrive? What can I do to make this team thrive? That's why I always tell people, it doesn't matter whatever position that you're in, whatever job that you're working, make sure that you steward it correctly, because you chose to work that job. You chose that position when you accepted that offer. Or if you're wherever you're working, it doesn't matter wherever you're working. It's nobody else's fault or nobody else's anything that you chose that position and that you accepted it. So you do not have the right to bring your outside issues from home to work. Absolutely not. You have absolutely no right to, if you are in a position to abuse your power. You have no right to do that. So make sure that if you are in a position of power, or if you're in anything to change something, make sure that you steward it correctly and you move accordingly. Don't abuse your power. Always be willing and able to help someone. Don't be always looking to, show your strength or show off or, make an example out of somebody. Set boundaries from the beginning and the rest will fall in. But I don't think I really have anything else to talk about when it comes to 9-to-5s. I just really wanted to talk about 9-to-5s just because I know it's been a lot, and it's been a good learning experience with me, with not only working 9-to-5s, but having my own business on the side. It's been a lot to steward, but yeah. And also with business owning, a lot of small business owners, we have to get better. And all of us, when I tell people all the time, I'm always talking with my clients, and I'm always asking them, what do you think I can improve on? Where do you think I can do better? What areas can I improve in? Ask your clients questions, and always try to give a good guest experience. Be understanding. Don't be a pushover, but be understanding, and always just, be a good business owner. I see so many, especially living in the city of Houston, and I've encountered so much unprofessionalism, so much just no bueno. That's all I have to say. Yeah, that's all I have for today's 9-to-5 series. Don't let anybody shame you from working, because they need to be working. Everybody needs to have a job. We work. If you ain't working, you're a loser. If you don't have a job by choice, you're a loser. Get up, do something with your life, figure it out. It's nobody's obligation to save you. It's nobody's obligation to do for you. You do it yourself. Do for yourself. Okay?